right, so just appreciate everyone for joining this afternoon. This is what your screen is going to look like when you do access the web portal. You would simply come over to the far right. You will click the login, and you're going to put in your credentials. Okay, so when that loads up, if you have any open actions or any open issues, you will have your issues are going to be listed for you here up front. Also, if there's any announcements to be made, we can list those over here as well. But again, you will not see these on the initial login page. It's only after you log in will you see this information. I will call out, I'm sorry? Oh,
Could
and if
please mute your microphone
yes.
if you're not speaking, and that will really help with the recording. Lori, if you could please start with a guided tour.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so if you select the GTL logo at any time, it will bring you back to the home page. You also have some quick links as well as our support. So if you use the drop down for support, you will see that you can look at your issues, the notifications, your contacts. You can also make any changes if you need to your profile page. Again, quick link to report the issue, and then we have this launch homepage tour. So if you launch the tour, it will go through and it's going to begin, and then it will start basically giving you explanation of like what each of the links and any of the hovers that you see. And you all can go through again, and you will access that simply by using the drop down of support and then launching that homepage tour. Under the quick links drop down, you have access to your laser, the ICMV phone platform, GTL command, but you can actually use these links to go straight to those login pages. So if this were for the ICMV phone platform, you could click the link and log in through this method. Okay, and that does bring it open in a separate window. Again, we have the contact. So if you need to make contact with GTL, we'll have this information filled out. Okay. All right. If you want, you can also access your profile. And then, of course, if you want to log out of the portal, simply use the drop down by your username. So to get started, to report an issue, you can simply click on the report an issue banner. And this is going to bring you up to creating a case. If you need to back up, you do have the bread box, so you can back it all the way out to the home page. Now, for the training purposes, we're going to use the facility of the Michigan Department of Corrections. Now, if you were a single site facility, you would only have your facility name listed here. Now, even some of our counties or the facilities, you may have multiple locations, and if that is the case, you would also have the drop down that you could actually then select which facility or where you're making the report. So I'll select the Michigan Reformatory. Then my next drop down box is going to be for the product. You can scroll through this. You should be able to find the product for your facility, and I'm going to use the phone. The priority level for this is, we have it set as a P4. If it is a critical or what we would classify as a priority 1, you would not use this form. You would still contact the 800 number and speak with someone in support. All right. Then for a description, then you're just going to put in your issue. So if this was, you had a single phone down, multiple phone downs, you put that description in. Now, if you notice, we do have the asterisk. So once this is mandatory fields. So once we put in the information, then it's going to go dark and you know you've completed that. Now you can also add attachments. So with the attachments, if you have a screenshot, cancel that, I think I hit it too many times, but so if you have a screenshot, anything that you want to add that's going to assist with the troubleshooting and getting resolution to your trouble, you can add that attachment in. Then just simply click submit. This is going to provide you then with a case number or a ticket number. You can refer to that however. If you want to add some additional information, you can always type in messages. So here you can see that we opened up the ticket, test training. You can see the attachment that was added. And of course, again, it's going to show you that ticket number. Then over in case details, it shows you all of the important information for this ticket. If you wanted someone else within your organization to also get the updates for this ticket, you could put their email information in here, but keep in mind they have to be a user within this portal. All right. And then this case number would be on our home screen whenever we go back. And here is our ticket, shows it was open 1 minute ago. Again, just looking at the dashboard, whenever you can see how many hours, or how long a ticket has been open. So let's, just for training purposes, we'll open up a ticket. Here's one that I had opened yesterday. If this was a live ticket, we would see information or notes from our support team. You're going to see that over to your left. If you pull up a ticket and you've got some additional information you would like to add, you can simply put that note in, and that information gets added to the top of the field. Now, once technical support, they go through, they work your trouble ticket, they resolve your issue, then they will mark it as resolved or completed. When that happens, over in the case details, you're going to see this is going to show as state resolved, but you're going to have an additional box right above this. And I took a snapshot of that yesterday, so let me see if I can get that pulled open for us. And again, I just want you to be able to see how that looks. And I won't take too much time trying to locate it. I thought I still had it up, but all right, it's empty. However, it's going to show, though, an additional action that is going to ask you, do you agree that this trouble has been resolved, or you'll be able to reject the resolution. Once you make that decision, if you reject that trouble ticket is going to go back into an open state, goes back to our tech support team to be worked. If you agree, then you will just simply click on the agreed button, and it will and the ticket then is going to stay in the closed state. Now, if you choose not to agree with the resolution, you will get a pop-up box and it's going to ask you why. So hopefully at that time you'll have some additional information then that you can provide. Any questions so far? Okay. All right, we'll go back to the home page. Let's get this trouble ticket open back up. All right, so if I click on my cases, I can actually export this into a PDF or an Excel or a CSV file.
Yuba County Jail, this is Greg.
All right, you can sort this You can sort it by your ticket number. You can sort it by the description, but if you click on any of the header names, it's going to allow you to complete a sort by that column. So we could sort by our priorities. We know that this one is new. And then, of course, if we had any that was closed, that's going to show as well. So any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is Amy with Colorado Department of Corrections. I was just wondering, how long is this information going to be available? Like, how far back can we go? Will we be able to go on our tickets like this?
Nancy, you may need to answer this for me.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Nancy Lee. I'm with the ServiceNow team that's been working on this product for the last few months. Amy, these tickets, all of your tickets will be accessible to you. I have not been told that there is a limit in the system at all. We do not have plans at this time to go in and purge any of your tickets. So, you know, for example, under the state, if you just want to see your closed tickets from, you know, January of 2019, you can go in and you can filter these.
Okay.
Can you show the filter, Lori?
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose a date range. You can choose to show only closed tickets. They will all be there for you, Amy.
Okay, great, because we're trying to get away from paper and
Yes.
logs and stuff. So that's why, yeah, I was just wondering how that would work for us. That would be great. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Nancy. Anyone else? All right. Nancy, is there anything you would like to add?
Bridget, can you, excuse me, Lori, can you find a ticket that maybe does have some activity from a call center agent? Maybe that 14334?
She, 14334. Bear with me.
That was the second one there.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
so there you can see on the left-hand side, this is where you will see an agent's response to you. And once an agent puts notes in a ticket you've created, you will receive an email to the email address you provided as your contact. And so you will be notified, hey, they may be asking you a question, they may need clarification, but you'll receive a notification. You can see this on your phone. There's a real nice mobile app that you can use, so you can respond to it. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. So, and then also there will be a bell. So if it requires your attention or if they need a response, you will also have a notifications here. So I believe we will have this set up. You can have your notifications turned on, or you may choose to disable the notification portion. You're still going to get a notification, but it's just, it would not, and again, Nancy, correct me if I'm wrong, it wouldn't, I'm going to use the term ping you each time.
That's right. You can turn that ping off if it becomes too much.
Right.
So you'll have that ability when you receive the email and say, hey, you know, turn these off, please.
Hey, Lori, this is Keith Battle. How are the priorities assigned? Is that by type of, I guess, problem?
It is, and it's similar to what we use now in our ticketing system. So of course, a priority one, that is like top, that means either your whole facility is down, you may just have like a whole unit down, but that is multiple phones. And then a priority 2 trouble ticket, would generally be like something that would require a 24-hour turnaround time. Now, and then if it's just a matter of, let's say, a password got forgotten or someone needs assistance with a reset, then, that could be considered a priority 4. So it's kind of however you currently view your priorities, I would just say keep it consistent and the same. And you won't have an option for a priority 1 because, again, those issues need to be called in.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Oh. Okay. All right. Anyone else? And you can, if you don't have audio, feel free to send a chat over if you have a question. You can ask that through the chat feature as well.
Lori, I might add to the folks on the call that anyone who has submitted their contact information either to their account manager, their field service manager, or sending it directly to us at the support.gtl.net.
Mm-hmm.
We will have those loaded. We will load those on Monday. You will receive an email probably Tuesday evening with your login credentials. Okay, this portal right now is not live in production. We're showing you this in our test. So it will be available on the 25th for you all to log in, and you will get that email. So that's how you will know you are set up in the system as a contact. It will give you the information you need to log in.
Okay, very good.
Lori, this is Chad Hunt with Buffalo County Jail in Kearney, Nebraska. Do you have like a ticket deadline so the tickets have to be cleared by a certain time, or something for us to know when we're going to get some assistance?
I do not know that answer. You should technically, get a response within, again, based on those priorities settings, you should have a response, that someone has started working your ticket. And I don't want to throw a timeline on there myself, again, but you would get that notification that the ticket, someone has started working it. But if you, by chance, see that your ticket is not being worked, then you need to start throwing your messages in and just requesting updates. And again, then your ticket, I'm going to use the term, should get addressed quickly.
The agent that is working the ticket will receive email notifications if you add a note. Just like you will receive a notification if an agent puts a note in, they will receive an email notification that a note has been added to one of their tickets. There are standards I know that the technical support team is using. I'm not privy to exactly what those standards are for responses, but the management will be noticed as well if the tickets are not being worked in a timely manner. There will be reports generated. It will be visible to upper management in the company, open tickets, etc. So there's going to be a much closer eye kept on this system and these tickets.
Okay. I've got a question here from Century County that says if they call in a priority 1, then that wouldn't be logged in for historical reporting. Whenever you call in and report your priority 1 issue, the agent that you speak with will open the ticket for you.
That is correct. All tickets, whether they are called in, whether you email them into the support at gtl.net, that is going to create a case automatically. All tickets, no matter what channel is used to report them will be in this system.
And then can you also, then part of that same question, Nancy, was they were asking why wasn't an agency level login created? So when you say an agency level login, can you clarify that?
I'm going to assume that maybe you're asking for a login for the entire county. We do need to have an individual that we would like to respond to and to accept resolution, etc. So that is why we were asking for individual names. If I misunderstood the question, please.
No, that's kind of what that's the way I understand that question as well. And if the representative from Century County, if you would and want to send me your name and contact information, we can contact you separately to discuss some of the issues, or some of the issues maybe that you've brought up in your questions. Now, Nancy, and again, if you would correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a new ticketing system. So if we have a group of users from a single facility, are they only able to see the tickets that they open, or is my understanding they'll be able to see all the tickets that is open for their facility?
Yes, the tickets will be visible to any user that is registered for your facility. That way you'll know if an issue has already been reported before. So all of the facilities' tickets are visible in the portal to the users who are set up as contacts.
Thank you. Okay. So the watch list, if you add a name, and again, this is another question from Century County. So if you add a watch name or a name into that watch list, that just means that that person will also get email notifications when an update is completed or made on the ticket. So, which is, again, just keeping them informed of a specific ticket's activities.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Well, you're welcome. And again, if you have any additional questions in regards to how this ticketing system will work for the group, feel free you can reach out to us individually as well. All right. Thank you for your questions. All right. So anyone else? All right. If no more questions, we can go ahead and conclude today's session. I do thank everyone for your time. And again, if you all have any questions, and I'm sure questions will develop once you all get your credentials and you start logging in to utilize the system.